Good evening. We begin tonight with the death of stand-up comic and former TV host Mike Bullard. The controversial comedian rose to prominence as the host of 2 late-night talk shows. His family says the exact cause of death is not yet known. Here's CTV's Kamil Karamali.
Online on the Comedy Network and on CTV, it's your host, Mike Bullard.
His presence, quick wit, and tell-it-like-it-is attitude is what drew celebrities,
Tom, is there a dead thing in that bag?
politicians, and even animals
The monkey seems to like me a lot.
to sit down with Mike Bullard. The stand-up comic from Toronto rose to fame in the mid-90s, hosting Open Mic with Mike Bullard on Comedy Central and CTV.
What he did, a lot of people don't realize, it was impossible. He hosted a late-night talk show in Canada.
Bullard became a household name, landing 2 Gemini Awards during that 6-year run. But by 2003, he moved to global television, where the program was canceled after 3 months.
I don't like it when big things happen during my show.
Later, Bullard decided to make the shift to radio, hosting his own show in Toronto for 6 years. In 2016, a darker chapter of Bullard's life began. His employer dropped him after he was charged with criminal harassment of his ex-girlfriend.
It's a complicated legacy, for sure. And, he was a troubled guy in some ways.
A couple of years later, he pleaded guilty to making harassing phone calls. After 2 decades in the spotlight, Bullard spent much of his final years in the shadows, including 4 months in Ukraine to volunteer during the war.
There was an idealistic side to Mike Bullard that a lot of people didn't really see on the surface, because he's a gruff guy, but he's got a heart of gold.
His name etched in Canadian television history. Some will remember him for his more recent legal troubles, others as a charismatic talk show host.
If I can make a living there for the rest of my life, I'll be the happiest man in the world.
Mike Bullard was 67. Kamil Karamali, CTV News, Toronto.